Hello everyone, it's Helen here with Helen. Thanks for joining me today in the kitchen. Today I'm going to make a yummy, delicious sandwich. It's a good go-to for my acid reflux sufferer friends or my non-acid reflux sufferer friends. But there's something that has changed the game for me in making this turkey sandwich, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because once you try this, there's no going back. So I was like, I need to share it with you. So here it is, you guys. It is homemade sourdough bread. Oh my goodness. Now that I have been eating this for the last few months, there's like no going back. There's a girl here in Casper, Wyoming. Her name is Isabel, and she has Isabel sourdough bread. And so she makes it fresh weekly. And sometimes she'll make jalapeno sourdough bread. She makes bagels and cookies and goodies. She makes everything. You can even get pizza crust from her. And so this right here, though, has changed my life. No kidding. I'm like, how did I ever live without it? And so look at the detail too. I mean, it is amazing. And when I pick it up from her, it's usually warm. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's so good. And it's healthy for you. So for all of my acid reflux sufferer friends, sourdough bread is supposed to be one of the best breads for you, like for your gut and for digestion. And I've really seen the difference too. So try it out if you can, because like I said, once you have it, there's no going back. Besides, I don't really know what they're putting in our bread nowadays. I really don't, because, okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story as I'm cutting this, because I want to make this sandwich for you. But at the coffee shop, you guys are gonna maybe be a little grossed out by this. We make bagels. We had like a bagel station. This is when I had a coffee shop 3 years ago. And we made a lot of bagels there. And some of them we would get, prepackaged. Some of them we'd get fresh right there from, the bakery. Well, we had a toaster that liked to shoot out the bagels. Like you would be like cooking the bagel, and next thing you know, it'd be like, whoosh, it'd go flying out. So you really had to be quick, But in the middle of a rush, every once in a while, they would fly wherever they wanted to go. Well, one accidentally ended up flying underneath the freezer in the coffee hut. So I didn't know it was behind the freezer. It was just there. It was there for months. And so we go to do like a really deep cleaning where we're like, okay, we're going to pull out the fridge. We're going to pull out the freezer. We're going to really sweep and dig deep and, get everything little crumb, so we're doing our spring cleaning down there. And all of a sudden I see that half a bagel that was missing that day, that mysterious bagel where we couldn't find it. I'm like, oh, here it is. It's been here all along. But guys, the crazy part about it was, which is going to gross you guys out, there wasn't a speck of mold on that thing. Nothing. Like it was the same color. It looked the same. It was probably a little bit harder, but nothing on that bagel. Now, that can't be right? That cannot be right, because I remember growing up, and when we had Wonder Bread, within a week, it was in that really colorful bag, you would go to open that bread and it'd be full of mold, as it should be, because it was old. Well, this half a bagel had been sitting back there for a few months. I mean, at least. And nothing on it. So I'm like, what are they putting in our food? And so I feel like if we have the option to start making our own bread or making our own bagels, we definitely need to do that. In fact, I've seen some really cool recipes lately on TikTok on how to make your own bagels. And it's like literally like a handful of ingredients. It's like, why are we not doing that? We have to. We really do have to be proactive. So I don't know how to make sourdough bread. I would like to. I guess she has classes now though, and she'll teach you how to make sourdough bread. But you guys, you can't even oh my goodness, look at this. It's soft. I warmed it up. Oh, it's so good. And I think she told me she only uses 3 ingredients for this too. So it is fresh. It is healthy. And that's why I was like, I gotta show them what we're doing here. So I'm gonna start giving you guys the rundown. So I'm gonna put one piece here. Okay, here we go. And I go big or go home, right? And so for me, this is gonna last me throughout the day. I'm gonna be so filled up. I've done this before where I'll eat half now, I'll eat half later. This is it, guys. This is a breakfast, lunch, and dinner type of meal. So this is where I'm going with this, but it's around noon. And you know what? I'm gonna fill up the tummy today. It's, like I said, it's snowy, it's gloomy. And so I'm going in for the big sandwich today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with mayonnaise. Guys, I like mayonnaise over Miracle Whip for a couple reasons, just because I'm an acid reflux sufferer and I really do like the taste. Now, I love the taste of Miracle Whip as well, but I do get a little more acid reflux from it. So if you're somebody who's like just dead set on Miracle Whip, go nuts. But if you're somebody who's like, yeah, you know what? I do get heartburn or I do get some stomach stuff after I have Miracle Whip, switch to mayonnaise. It has given me no problems at all. And I have become a little bit pickier with my mayonnaise. I know they have all different sorts of them, organic kind, different kinds that you can use. But one of the ones that I'm really liking lately, as you can tell because it's almost empty, is this Duke's. I love the Duke's real mayonnaise. It just tastes good. Plus I have an Uncle Duke. So maybe that's a little bit of it too, but I'm gonna take a big spoonful of it right here and I'm just gonna just smear it all over. Yeah, we're gonna just go wild with it. This bread is so soft that it almost falls apart. And another thing that we've been doing with it is we cut it and then we put a little butter on it and we toast it up right there on the stove. Like we'll just toast it up and have it with eggs or have it with bacon. That's how my husband's been liking it. And so good. I was also thinking it would be really good in an egg salad sandwich. So that's the next one I'm gonna make. And egg salad sandwiches, you guys, really easy to make and really good for acid reflux sufferers as well. You can just kind of tweak some of the ingredients because sometimes the mustard can set off the reflux. So the next time I do one of those, I'll make a video as well so you can try that out. But so I'm gonna put a little bit of mayonnaise here. Feel free to sprinkle a little bit of salt or some different seasonings, whatever you want to do right here at this point. And then I'm also going to come in, guys, with a little bit of guacamole. Now, this isn't going to have all your stuff in it because, again, I'm making it for acid reflux because I suffer from acid reflux. But if you don't, just throw in your onions, throw in your tomatoes, throw in whatever you want in here. All I put in here was 2 avocados. I mashed them up, and then I put a little squeeze of cilantro. This like already like prepared, fresh for weeks cilantro. I just did a dash of that, and then I did a sprinkle of onion powder, a sprinkle of garlic powder, and then I just did a little bit of some sea salt, mashed it all up, done, yum. And I'm only gonna put a little bit, maybe half of this, because I'm gonna use the other half maybe for some chips, like some tortilla chips. If you're an acid reflux sufferer, you guys, tortilla chips are probably the best chip for you. Anything, you know, that's super greasy, like, you know, maybe some Doritos or Fritos or even some of the other kinds, you're gonna be like, I get a little more reflux from those. But a basic tortilla chip is always super safe, and it still gives you that crunch, it still gives you that salt, it kind of still gives you that thing. Honestly, it's not as tasty as we already know, but you can save some of this avocado dip and you can just take your tortilla chips and dunk it in there. So I'm going to do this. Hold on, I'm gonna move that little spoon right there. And I'm just gonna smear it on top of my mayonnaise, okay? So that's what we're doing right here. And I already seasoned it all up so that we could just speed it up for the video's sake, okay? And then I'm going to go in with some cheese. Okay, the 2 cheeses that I like aren't gonna cause me any issues. Actually, I can do cheese pretty well usually. I like a Colby Jack. I don't mind a cheddar. I love Munster. I love provolone. So I do really well on those. The only one that I really have to stay away from is the pepper jack, which is probably the one that has a lot of flavor, but I can't do that one. So I never even try. I just don't even play with it. I'm just like, no. But today we're going to do the provolone. I was going back and forth between provolone and Munster, and then I thought maybe I'll do a little of both, but I'm thinking I'm just going to do straight up provolone. And I do the non-smoked. I mean, it depends how you like it. Again, I like the non-smoked provolone. And so I'm just gonna take 2 pieces of that and I'm gonna stick it on my sandwich. There we go. And then I'm gonna come in, I already cooked it. Guys, you can put this on yours or don't put it on yours. You decide. Pick whatever brand you like. I like to put a little bit of crispy bacon on my sandwich. I wasn't always able to put the bacon on there. So I'm kind of like hooked a little bit because there was a lot of years where bacon gave me reflux, bad reflux. Now, hear me out. The thing that I've kind of like discovered is if you do the microwave bacon, you're usually pretty safe because most of the grease, you just put it in a napkin. I put it in the microwave for like a minute. I don't know really what it calls for. It might call for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. I like mine extra crispy. So I go for the full minute and I heat it up 3 pieces of it because I like it really, really, really crispy. But most of the grease gets on the napkin, and then I have had no problems with it. So the microwave bacon, now if I were to use maybe the bacon that I'd be cooking up on the stove with the grease, or even maybe even just real bacon from like in the oven that you would maybe cook, I would probably get a little tiny bit of reflux. Not bad. It depends on the day, and it depends on the time that I eat it during the day. However, I do better, especially like on sandwiches and stuff, with this stuff. And it does say, I know there might be some people who are gonna be like, oh, but it says it's 100% real thick cut bacon. I'm gonna go with it. I like it. I don't have a brand that I prefer over the other. You know, I do this one, Oscar Myers, doesn't really matter. And I don't do it really on a regular basis. Like I genuinely maybe do some microwave bacon or even real bacon maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. So this isn't something that I'm just eating daily, going nuts with. But on a special occasion like today, when we're making this delicious sandwich, we're gonna go all in. We're gonna do the bacon, okay? And so I already heated it up, put it in the microwave, like I said, for a minute. We've got my crispy 3 pieces of bacon right here. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. Again, like I said, so soft. It's like ridiculous. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of some lettuce. I think lettuce does make a difference. I've been using this organic girl. 50/50, you can get it at your natural food store. You can probably get it at a lot of stores, but this one right here, it tastes good, it tastes fresh. I'm not gonna go wild with it, just enough to get some greens in there and get a little bit of the crunch in there. Sometimes I like just like a shredded lettuce though too. Just a basic shredded lettuce, nothing crazy. It's not the organic one, it's just the one from the store. But this one right here, when I say organic, it does say that it's been washed like 3 times. It seems to last longer. And like I said, it just tastes better. So if you want to fork out the extra buck, and honestly, it's really not that much more expensive than the other stuff that I've been getting at the store. So I find it to be worth it. So I kind of just dig through here and just kind of pick my favorites. I'm just going to kind of shred it with my fingers here and just kind of just do this. Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing. So do lettuce, don't do lettuce, whatever you'd like to do here. I'm going to do a little tiny bit, just enough. So we can say we got our vegetables in there. Okay, if you guys are like going to do the sandwich, you might also want to prepare a soup in advance or buy a soup, because this would be amazing dunked in like a broccoli cheddar or something that's nice and creamy, just to kind of dunk. But I'm a dunker, so I'm either going to dunk this in a ranch or I'm going to dunk it in some soup, which I'm craving soup today just because it's cold. So just like a yummy creamy soup. If you're somebody who likes like green chili, dunk it in a little bit of green chili. That'd be so good. My mom has actually been making chili now, and she sells it, and it's Robbie's famous green chili. So if you're here in Casper, Wyoming, she makes it year round now. It is the best, most delicious green chili ever. So leave a comment or whatever, and I can get you her information if you're interested. But this right here would be bomb dunked in that. So, all right, so we got everything we need. Okay, now I'm going in for some turkey. Guys, this makes a difference, okay? It just does. You're gonna wanna go to the deli and you're gonna wanna get yourself some fresh oven roasted turkey breast. It's worth it. It costs a little bit more, but I am telling you right now, it makes all the difference. And so once you have it, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna splurge on the extra few bucks and I'm gonna get myself some deli turkey. I'm just gonna do it. It's just delicious. It's moist, it's flaky, it's flavorful. So right here, and I'm gonna just add a heaping amount. I don't even know how many pieces I'm really gonna put on here, but it's gonna be a big chunk, I can tell you that. I'm gonna put at least 3 or 4. Okay, I think I'm gonna put 4. That's what I'm craving today, so 4. It would be no different if you were doing a club and you were doing turkey and roast beef and ham. So I'm just doing all turkey. So here, look at this. It's piling up here. So, okay, so I'm done with this. And guys, there is a difference. I'm telling you right now, I know there is, because I have to laugh. But my dogs, they're like little turkey snobs. They love turkey. Like in the morning, I have to give them a little bit of this. I've created monsters. So I cut them a little bit of turkey in the morning so they feel like they're getting something. And I really do think that it helps. And here's what's funny is one day they didn't have like any. They're like, I'm sorry, we're out. And I was like, you're out. And so I went to the back and I just grabbed myself like a little pack of turkey in that area. And so I cut it up for my dogs the next day. My little Yorkie actually puked it up. She puked it up, and I'm like, really? What a drama queen. But I had to laugh because I'm like, I knew that there was a difference, and she could tell too because she vomited up the turkey from the back. So I'm like, I don't know. It makes a difference. So I'm going to keep buying it as long as I can. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And I'm not saying I wouldn't eat the other kind if I need to, but I am loving this. And so, all right, guys, we got the turkey, we got the bacon, we got the lettuce, we got the mayo, we got the avocado dip, guacamole. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself one more piece of this most delicious sourdough bread, and we're going to smear on a little more of Duke's. We're going to get in there with some Duke's mayo right here. Sorry, my dogs are now in the kitchen because they know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this. And then before I slab this baby on there, I might put a little, like for me, I don't know if this one's, I might put like a little bit of like salt, I suppose. Like if you want to season it up with anything at this point on your turkey, just kind of give it like whatever you think you want, some pepper or just whatever you're thinking you need. And then I'm going to put this on here and ta-da, there is our big, giant, delicious homemade sandwich. I'm going to cut this baby in half. And then, like I said, I'm going to be dunking this in some yummy, creamy soup today. And one of the pieces of bacon already fell out. And like I said, this bread is so soft. Guys, seriously, look at that. Look at that. All right, well, that's what's for lunch, guys. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully you make yourself up one of these. And if you're here in the Casper area, get a hold of Isabel. And if not, find somebody wherever you're at and start getting yourself some of this homemade sourdough bread, because it is going to change your life. And you know what? I'm going to walk with you outside really quick because I just want to show you guys what's going on here in Casper. I thought, why not? Because this is what's going on outside my back door. So this is why I'm going to stay in today and be warm and cozy. So there you go. Lots and lots and lots of snow. And I think it's just starting right now. So the poor little birds don't know what to do, but I keep feeding them, just keep them warm. Have a good day, everyone.